you guys are doing well. I just wanted to take a moment to come and talk to you. I haven't done this in so long, and 2020 has been a doozy, y'all. It has, oh gosh, I've said the word unprecedented more times than I ever care to say again in my life about this year. And I know for many of us, it has dealt some blows. It has dealt some tragedies, some losses, some misunderstandings, some hopelessness, some death, sickness, disease, frustration, you name it. 2020 has dished it out. And during these times as believers, we tend to get confused about how we're supposed to feel, like what we're supposed to think and what we're supposed to do. And I have been asking God some really hard questions. And I think that we're not exempt from questioning. We're not exempt from doubting. We're not exempt from not understanding. And God is such a loving God that he can handle our frustration. He can handle our anger. He can handle us not being okay with him. So in this season, I really have been seeking God and sometimes pointing my finger at him, wanting to know, where are you in this? How do we see you in this? Why didn't you stop this? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you turn this out another way? Why is this the way it is? I've been throwing all the questions at him. And the one thing that has given me any solace, that keeps replaying, reverberating in my spirit, is that through all of this, whether I understand it or not, whether I agree with it or not, whether it feels good or not, he's still God. He is still the sovereign God of the universe. And all of this that is taking us off guard and taking us by surprise, he already knew. He is still a healer. He is still a protector. He's still a provider. He is still watching over us. He's still surrounding us with his love, whether we want it right now or not. He is still God. And because he's still God, I can trust and rely on the fact that even though things don't feel good, even though things don't seem good, that at the end of the day, they're all still working for our good. It's so hard to see that right now, y'all. I can tell you that my heart is filled with anguish more often than not these days. My family, we lost my baby cousin suddenly, tragically, and I have never prayed so hard for something or someone, believed so hard for it. And y'all know I'm the queen of believe, but I have never believed for life the way that I did. I've never begged God for something so heart-wrenchingly in the way that I believed and begged for Matthew's life. So, and having to process that and having to, know that God could have turned it another way. He could have turned it around. He could have saved his life. He could be here with us today. So I'm throwing all of that at God. And what keeps coming up is that he's still God. And I may never understand this loss. You may never understand your loss. You may never understand what we see these days, day in and day out, and what we're experiencing and what we're going through. But even in all of that, he is still God. He's not changed. Because he didn't answer prayer or doesn't answer our prayer the way that we expected does not make him any less God. It does not make him any less strong and mighty. It doesn't diminish his power, and it definitely does not take away from his glory. He's still God. He's still on the throne. He's still in control. And that may be hard to grapple with, because then you question, well, if you're in control, why? We may never know. We may never know why. But we can still rest assured that he is God. And that same God loves you, loves me, loves my family, loves us. He's never leaving us. He's never forsaking us. And we can cast every single care on him because he cares for us. We can shove every hard thing over to him because he's strong enough to carry it. I still believe that nothing is impossible for him. I still believe that he is a God who can do anything. I still believe that with God, all things are possible. Even now. He's still God, y'all. And if you can cling to that today, if you can cling to that through the rest of this crazy, ridiculous season, he's still God. Love y'all.